Welcome again to another mathematics tutorial. We'll continue our series on algebra. Here we see an expression x squared, but there is also an expression outside which is 3, right, to the power of 3. In a case like that, we multiply the powers. That would be x, let's say 2 multiplied by 3, right? That's x to the 6th power. We multiply the powers. Again, we have squared outside, the power is 2, but we have to multiply each expression by 2. So you're going to have 2 to the power of 2 multiply by 3x, but you also have the 2 here, so this 3 multiplies by 2. Okay, so you have 2 squared, right? That's multiplied by x to the 6th power. Alright, that's what it means, okay? Again, 3 to the 3rd power. Okay, but you have y, it won't be 2, but it'll be 2 multiplied by 3. Okay, so that's 3 to the 3rd power and y to the 6th power. Because 2 multiplied by 3 is 6. Okay. Okay, so we have expression here. We got 3 expressions in there. Alright, and outside the bracket, okay, there's a 2, the power of 2. Right? So each one, you have to multiply by 2. So 2 to the power of 3, we'll have to multiply by 2. So it will be 2 to the power of 6. Alright? X to the power of 4, we'll have to multiply by 2, so you have x to the power of 8. Alright? Y to the power of 5, right? But there is a power of 2 here, so you multiply the power, so it's y to the power of 10. Okay, so here we have now an expression here, right? With all of them with powers, different powers outside the bracket, right? So we have to multiply each variable by the powers outside the bracket. So this 3 becomes 3 squared, right? And this x squared, because there's a power of 2, you have to multiply the powers, right? So it's x to the 4th power. Okay? Right? This 2 will be given the power of 3. Alright? So that's 2 to the 3rd power. And we have x cubed given, and to the power of 3 you multiply the powers. So it will be given the 9th power. Alright? So we work it out. Alright? This becomes 9. Okay. X to the fourth power. Alright. 2 to the power of 3 is 8. Okay, and that's x to the power of 9. Okay. So what we do, we multiply 9 by 8. That is 72. Okay. 72x. But we add the powers here. Okay. We add the 4 plus 9. Okay. So that works out as 72 x to the power of 13. Okay. Okay, here we have an expression here. Okay, and we want to simplify this expression. Okay. So what we do, because this is 3, right? 3 squared. But you want to multiply it by the power of 2 here. All right. Okay. So that's just 3, right? Given the power now of 4. All right. So you multiply it. Okay. And then x to the power of 3 multiplies by 2. So you have x to the power of 6. And then y to the power of 4 multiplied by 2. Okay. 4 to 8. Okay. Right. So similarly here, right? So 2 to the power of 3, you multiply it. 3 by 3 is 9. This 2 multiplied by 3 is 6. Y 5 3 is 15. Okay, see how it's multiplied? 3 by 3, 2 by 3, and 5 by 3. Alright. So 3 to the power of 4 is 81. Alright, you have bring down this 6x, bring down this one. Alright. To the power of 9 is 512. X to the power of 6, y to the power of 15. So 81 multiplied by 515. 2, 7, 4, 1. Okay, for 41,472. Okay, and we have x6. We have x6 here. We add the powers, so we have x to the power of 12. Okay, and then we have y to the power of 8 and y to the power of 15. We add the powers, so it's y to the power of 23. Okay. So that is this expression that is simplified like this. Okay, we have an expression here, but it's raised to the power of 0. So anything to the power of 0 is 1. Alright, say you have 7, but it's to the power of 0. Alright, that's equal to 1. Okay, say we have a minus a to the power of 3. What this is saying is minus a multiplied by minus a multiplied by minus a. Okay, that's what it's saying. But this minus and this minus it's a plus, so it's almost like it's a plus a, but then you're going to minus a. So plus and a minus will be a negative. Okay, but it will be minus a to the power of 3, which is the same thing here. Alright, if we look at minus 2 to the power of 3, okay, how do you express this out? Right, it's minus 2, like multiply by minus 2 multiplied by minus 2. Again, minus and minus is a plus, so 2 by 2 is 4, so it's like plus 4. But you're going to multiply this by minus 2 plus and multiply by a negative. Becomes a negative. So this is like negative 8. Okay. If we look at minus now, minus 2 power of 3. Okay, what this means, okay, is that it is negative here, but it's negative 2 multiplied by negative 2 multiplied by negative 2. Okay, but this negative and this negative cancel, so you have a 2, but you're also multiplying by minus 2. Okay, so this 2 multiplied by this 2, it becomes a negative 4. But the negative 4 multiplies by negative 2. The two negatives cancel. 4 by 2 is 8. So this is 8. The answer is 8. Okay, so here we have an expression here. Okay, the 3x outside the bracket, and you have 5x plus 8. So we want to multiply 3x by each of the variables, right, in the bracket. So this, what we do, this 3x multiplies by 5x. 3x also multiplies by 8. So how we do it, so 3x multiplies by 5x is 15, right? 5 by 3 is 5 multiplied by 3 is 15. But we have the x, but because x and x, it becomes square. Okay, very important, don't leave the squared out. Okay, 3x, okay, multiplies by 8, it is 24, but it's plus 24, x, right, plus 24x. So 3x multiplied by 8, 24x. Okay, if we have another expression, say 4x okay, so the 4x will multiply by each of the expressions in the bracket. Okay, So we got 4x multiplied by x squared. Okay, so that is 4x, but it's an x here with an implied power of 1. Alright, so we add the powers. So it becomes 4x right to the power of 3. Okay, so 4x multiplies by minus 2x will give you a minus. Be 8. Okay, it'll be 8x, but something else is missing because x and x is going to be squared. Okay, squared. 4x multiplied by 3 plus 12x. Okay. Okay, and this one as well, we still multiply each variable with the other variables in the other bracket. Okay, so this 2x multiplies by 3x, this 2x also multiplies by minus 2, 3 multiplies by 3x, and 3 also multiplies by minus 2. Okay, so let's work that out. Alright, so we have 2x multiplies by 3x. Alright, that gives you 6x, but it gives you 6x squared. Two x, right, multiplies by minus 2. Alright, so that gives you minus 4x. Minus 4x. Right? Minus 4x. 3. Right? Just multiplies by 3x. Gives you 9x. Okay? And 3 multiplied by minus 2 gives you minus 6. So we have all these variables here, right? And we write that out. Okay? So we have 6x squared minus 4, see minus 4x, okay, plus 9x minus 6. Okay? So 6x squared minus 4x plus 9x gives you plus 5x. Alright, minus 6. Okay? Okay. We can try a similar problem. Okay? We can look at, say, 4x plus 7. Okay? And say 3x minus 6. Okay? So again, we multiply each of these by each of these, right, in the other bracket. Right? Again, the 4x will multiply by 3x, the 4x will multiply by the minus 6. 7 will multiply by 3x. 7 will also multiply by the minus 6. Okay, so we'll do that. So 4x, right, multiplied by 3x right, is 12x squared, right? 4x multiplied by minus 6 minus 24x. Okay? 7 here. Okay? Multiplies by 3x, 21x. Alright? And this 7 multiplied by minus 6. Right? 6, 7, 7 sixes are 42. But it's minus 42. So we write everything out. Okay? So that's 12x squared minus 24x plus 21. Sorry, 21x. Alright, 21x. Minus 42. Okay? And if we want to simplify it further, 12x squared minus 24x plus 21 is minus 3x. Okay, minus 42. Okay? Okay, here we have an expression here. We have like two variables here. Okay? We have 3 on this one. But the principle still apply. That we have to multiply each of the expressions in here with the 3 expressions here in this bracket here, in the second bracket. So the 3x obviously multiplies with the x squared. It also multiplies with 3x. The 3x also multiplies with the minus 5. Minus 4 again multiplies with x squared. It multiplies with 3x. Negative 4 also multiplies with negative 5. Okay, so that is how it's done. So let's do that. So we have 3x, and we want to multiply it by x squared. All right. So the power for this one is already understood as being 1. Okay. So what do? We add the powers, so that will be 3x to the third power. Okay. 3x to the third power. Alright. 3x you can multiply by this 3x here. So 3x multiplies by 3x. Right? That is 9x squared. Okay? So the 3x here, right? Don't forget to multiplies by negative 5. Alright, 3 multiplied by 5 is 15. Right? 15x. Right? What is negative 15x? Alright? So that's one part. Now we multiply this part of the expression by negative 4. So we have negative 4, okay, multiplies by x squared. Okay, do you know how to work this one out? Alright, so that will be 4x squared. Alright, 4x squared. We have negative 4. Alright, multiplies by 3x. That's negative 12x. Okay, negative 12x. Negative 4 multiplies by negative 5. Negative and negative becomes a positive 20. Alright, so that's plus 20. So we place these values here, right, in a second line. Okay, so we put it like this. 3 x to the third power, okay, plus 9 x squared minus 15 x. Alright, so we have 4x squared, but we put it below here. Put this there because it's of like values. Alright, so you could put the 4x right here. 4x squared. Okay, just below the 9x squared. Alright, minus 12x, we put it down here. Below the 15x. So minus x. Minus 12x. Minus 12x. That goes right here. Okay, and then we have plus 20. Plus 20. So we work it out. We work it out now. We bring down the 3x. Okay, so here we have. Oh, sorry. This is a negative. Okay. Here. Yes. So you guys may have seen this. It's supposed to be a negative 4x squared. Okay, so that's the negative 4 here. So 9 minus 4, right, is plus 5x squared. Okay, we have negative 15, a negative 12x, so you add the negatives. Alright, so that's negative 27x. Okay, plus 12. Alright. And we can't simplify it any further. Okay. So this is this expression that is simplified. This is a simplified. Okay. And we can do another one. We can do one more before we stop for this part. We can try another one. Okay. Okay, so we have an expression here. We have 3 variables on this one, and we have 3 variables on this one. All right. So that means we have a bit more calculation to do in this one. Okay. So as we know, this x squared will multiply by this variable. It also multiplies by this one. It will multiply by this one. Similarly as well, for 3x will multiply by each one and the minus 2 will multiply, right, by each of the variables here. Okay, so we need to work out x squared multiplies by 2x to the second power. All right, so so x multiplied by 2x is yeah, so so that works out to be 2x to the fourth power. Okay, and 2x multiplies by 4x. So sorry, x squared multiplies by 4x. Okay. That is 4x to the second power. Sorry, x to the third power. Okay, and we have x squared multiplies by minus 5. Okay, that is minus 5 x to the second power. Okay, now we need to multiply 3x by these expressions here. Alright, so if we have 3x multiplied by 2 x to the second power, this is recognized as 1. Okay, so that is 6x to the third power. Okay, we need to say 3x multiplies by 4x, so that's 12x squared. Okay, we need to say 3x, okay, multiplies by minus 5 is minus 15x. Okay, and we need to look at multiplying the minus 2 to each of the variables here. So minus 2 multiplies by 2x squared. Okay, that's understand as 1. So that works out to be minus 4x squared. Okay, just take this out. So that's, yes, minus 4x squared. Okay, and we have minus 2 multiplies by 4x. Okay, that's minus 8x. And we have minus 2 multiplies by minus 5, that's plus 10. Okay, so we have all these values here. Okay, that's all these values we have here. And we need to to come with these values in here now. Alright? So it's all these values here. All these values there. Okay? So we have 2x to the 4th power plus 4x 3rd power. Okay? Minus 5x 2nd power. Okay? Now we have 6x cube. We put it here because this is also the 3rd power. This is also 3rd power. So we put it here to make it easier. Right? So we put the 6x to the 3rd power right there. Okay? So the next one is 12. Right? X to the 2nd power. Okay? So so we say plus right here. 12 x to the 2nd power below the 5x to the 2nd power. So it's similar powers. So we're matching up the powers to make it easier. Okay? Matching up the powers. 3 and 3, 2 and 2. Okay? So that's 12. So we have minus 15. Okay, the minus 15x can come right there. Okay. We have minus 4x squared. Okay, we put the minus 4x squared. We're matching up the powers. So this is the power of 2. Okay. We have minus 8x. So it can go right here. Minus 8x. Okay, minus 8x. And then we have plus 10. So that will be like plus 10 here. Okay, so we work it down from here. Alright, so we see 2x to the 4th power. Alright, we see that we have 4x to the 3rd and 6x to the 3rd power. Alright, so what we do, we add it up. Okay, so that's 10 x to the 3rd power. Alright, and now we have minus 5 plus minus 5x squared plus 12x squared. Right, that works out to be like 7x squared. But 7x squared minus 4x squared becomes 3x squared. Do you see that? It's minus 5x squared plus 12x squared, right? Would have been 7x squared. But 7x squared minus the 4x squared becomes the plus 3x squared. Okay? That's it there. Okay? So we have minus 15x minus 8x. So we add the minuses. So 15 and 8 is 23. Okay, 23. Right? But it's negative. And then we plus the 10. Okay? Sorry, 23x. Sorry. Right? 23x. Plus the 10. Okay? 23x plus 10. So that is the answer. When you simplify that, when you remove the brackets, alright, and you simplify it, okay, that's the answer that we're looking for. Okay, so we would stop there for now. Thank you.